Welcome to this executive summary presentation on how to manage and control changes like a project management professional. In this video, we focus on the concepts, frameworks, and methods required by this task of the PMP certification exam content outline. Projects rarely lose control because they reject discipline. They lose it when they mistake activity for progress. Even if deliverables are being produced, the project may be drifting away from its original authorized outcome. To avoid this, project managers must constantly ask, is the current stream of adjustments still protecting the project's authorized future state? This core test prevents strategic drift. Strategic drift happens when responsiveness to pressure takes precedence over the original purpose. The primary risks include focusing on local tasks rather than benefit direction, and mistaking strong execution for project health. This video showcases the reasoning-based learning experience behind pmprep.de, a multimedia e-learning course with a separate exam simulation pack, built for self-study and for training providers needing brand-neutral after-class support. Explore the platform at pmprep.de or contact the author at orlando@casabon.com. Robust governance is required for effective decision-making. A formal change management plan defines authority levels, necessary evidence for reviews, and the role of the Change Control Board, or CCB. Authority isn't just about the size of the effort. It is determined by the commitment type. A minor adjustment could still violate contractual agreements or compliance standards, requiring proper escalation. Organizational process assets serve as vital catalysts. They standardize the start, enable evaluation, and preserve integrity, allowing teams to focus on the meaning of adjustments rather than reinventing control processes. The mechanics of change control involve 4 key steps: classification of the change, route selection, rigorous impact evaluation to determine authority, and timing control for execution. Analytical tools like what-if scenario analysis and Monte Carlo simulations are essential for monitoring. Remember, speed without proper analysis is not efficiency. It is often just exposure disguised as responsiveness. It is crucial to distinguish between triggers. Corrective actions address past deviations, preventative actions mitigate future risks, defect repairs fix nonconformities, and updates refine existing documentation. Predictive projects typically use formal integrated change control, while adaptive projects rely on backlog-based prioritization. The key is to select the right path based on the commitment being altered, not where the idea originated. When navigating hybrid change control, always identify the object of change, determine the governance boundary, test downstream obligations, and then choose the appropriate route to maintain project integrity. Stakeholder engagement hinges on transparency. Inconsistent status updates can quickly erode trust. Communication must be deliberate, ensuring that all stakeholders understand the implications of a change and its current status. Finally, utilize effective protocols like change logs or backlog reviews to ensure consistent distribution of status. Always tailor your communication to the role, ensuring stakeholders have the context necessary for informed, aligned judgment. A strong communications management plan is the backbone of project integrity. It ensures that critical change information is created, routed, and understood by the right people, while shielding sensitive details from unauthorized access. Frequent feedback in adaptive environments is valuable, but it must be managed. Without discipline, the project risks drifting into local reactions that the wider governance system cannot interpret, ultimately undermining the project's goals. Remember, approval is not the same as implementation. A project can fail even after a sound decision is made if it behaves as if that decision alone constitutes the delivery. Integrating approved changes requires rigorous focus. You must ensure revised requirements are understood, dependencies are adjusted, and your team's capability matches the new scope. True success is translating approval into executable work across the entire system. A requirements management plan prevents the fragmentation of changes. It provides a structured approach to initiation, impact assessment, and approval, ensuring that changes don't unintentionally alter sequencing, resource needs, or stakeholder expectations. We must clearly distinguish between minor semantic clarifications and actual scope movement. Delegating authority for small refinements keeps the project agile, while critical changes that impact baselines or compliance must always follow an escalation path. The requirements traceability matrix serves as a vital control mechanism. It links requirements to design, test cases, and status, proving that the change has been properly accounted for across all affected control points. While the plan defines the governance rules, the traceability matrix provides the operational pathway. Both must remain synchronized throughout the project's lifecycle to avoid gaps between decision-making and real-world execution. Configuration management controls the product state, while change management governs project baselines. Blurring these lines leads to control failures, where baseline changes are approved without securing the corresponding technical product specifications. Effective configuration control involves identifying items, capturing modifications, reviewing authorizations, and maintaining version history. Discipline here is essential to prevent, quote, shadow configurations that exist outside the formal project records. Monitoring must extend beyond the immediate change. We must assess the broader impact on scope, schedule, risk, and stakeholder acceptance to ensure that the change hasn't weakened the project in other dimensions. After implementation, you must update all project artifacts, including plans, registers, and the traceability matrix. Failing to do so leaves the project governed by outdated or obsolete documentation. Partial updates are a common trap. When some records are revised but others are neglected, the project loses its single source of truth. Always verify that all governance artifacts are aligned with the actual project state. Following the full change control lifecycle, identifying, analyzing, deciding, and implementing is non-negotiable. Every phase matters. Shortcuts only create compounding risks that inevitably surface as costly rework or governance failure. To develop your ability to think, decide, and answer like a project management professional, PMPrep.de provides a complete multimedia e-learning course with an exam simulation pack. It is built for individual self-study and for training providers who want solid, brand-neutral after-class support for their students. Explore the platform at pmprep.de or contact the author at orlando@casabone.com.